What is up, you guys? This is your boy and the Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. And the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2 is just around the corner. The Season 2 is going to be out in April next month. And I wanted to go over some things because I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year, or I think it was late 2020 when this whole debacle with the Rising of the Shield Hero, this controversy started, right? And before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to hit the notification bell, and like the video. I'm on a journey to get 1,000 subscribers, and I very much appreciate your help. Now, so I am here at AnimeMotivation.com, and Anime Motivation is a blog, it's a news blog of anime that is run by a good friend of mine, Theo J. Ellis. So, what's up, Theo? Holler, bro. So, it says Rising of the Shield Hero controversy, how it started and why it matters. So, Theo says the Rising of the Shield Hero controversy is one of the stupidest controversies I've ever seen in the anime industry. It was more than just sexist on the detractor behalf, and more than just hypocritical on their behavior as well. It's an anime controversy that should have never happened, but it inevitably happened. Anyways, you know, it's the nature of the internet in the last 5 to 10 years, 2013 to be exact. Yes. Yes, since 2013. Actually, I started noticing all of this bullshit happening back in 2014. That's when I started like noticing on the internet. I started getting glimpses of it. And then in 2015, 2016, that's when it really kicked off, right? Now, the controversy behind the Shield Hero. It was around 2019 during the hashtag #MeToo, if you guys remember, in 2019. And I think at the same time, I believe, I think it was 2018 or 2019, when the whole case of Kavanaugh, the Kavanaugh case, like this lady was suing some guy for something that supposedly he did 30 years ago. 30 freaking years ago. I mean, Jesus Christ. Right? So, hashtag #MeToo. And the movement surrounding it going on the same time. It's a movement related to women sharing their experience on sexual assault and whatnot. Right? And at the same time, the Rising of the Shield Hero was airing in America. Because the Rising of the Shield Hero, originally, it was a light novel. Right? So, it shouldn't have mattered, though, since it wasn't an insult to the hashtag #MeToo movement. But of course they're gonna take it seriously because, you know, these people like on Twitter and like these people that like make everything controversial, they always self-project their insecurities onto the shows that they watch, right? All right, so then it says feminism didn't like the fact that men are falsely accused. So one of the reasons that made Rising of the Shield Hero popular, the controversy behind it was that the Shield Hero actually exposed the feminist movement, or at least the idea behind the feminist movement, because the people that were criticizing it basically, you know, get a taste, or I shouldn't say a taste, but rather they got to look in the mirror as to what was really happening. Right, so it says the Shield Hero touched on an important point early in the anime. The point being, men are falsely accused a lot more than society wants to believe or accept, and this is very true. This is very true. And then it says, and when it happens, they're judged without context. It says, guilty until proven innocent, and their reputation damaged for life regardless of what the outcome or the truth of it matters. Going back to what I was saying, the Kavanaugh case. Like, right? The Kavanaugh case, guilty until proven innocent, right? The lady that sued the guy, it was for something that happened 30 years ago. Right? And there was no escape for the man. Like, he had to go to the court and all that shit. Then it says these brutal life lessons and the depiction of it rubbed feminists the wrong way to the point of outrage on Twitter. They hated it so much because it's true. See, what is it about people on that side of the spectrum, the SJWs, the gender confused people and the feminists? Every time, it's always something that is actually true, but they deny that is actually happening. It's always something that is true, but they deny that it's actually happening. I don't understand these people. I do understand it, but it's like, it's so chaotic, right? And then it says they couldn't stand it, and were showing the world their obviously sexist double standard. Yeah, sexist double standard. And it took an anime to make them look in the mirror, right? And oh, by the way, guys, a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually an anime feminist blog. There is actually an anime feminist blog, I tell you. Yes. And they were talking about the Rising of the Shield Hero back when it came out, and they were saying that it was not worth watching. And as you can probably guess, basically it's a blog talking about anime with a feminist perspective, right? So this leads to sites like Anime Feminist claiming the anime is a incel self-insert while complaining about how disgusting it is. And you know, the word incel is always used to insult men, because if you're not having sex at all, that means that you're not worth it, that you're a piece of shit, and you should be a slave, right? You should be a slave, and you are no good to society, or something like that, right? They always portray it like that. So it was all a narrative with all context thrown out of the window and shut in midair. It was gaslighting at its finest. All right, so on Twitter and the sites SJWs and the woke crowd said similar things. All of them share one thing in common: they blame the man for being a victim. Yeah, they always like, the guy is a victim, and they still blame him. Like, oh well, it's your fault, right? And one of the biggest controversy, like the controversy kept evolving, and then it went on to slavery, because this is how it is. They always find something that's absolutely unrelatable to the actual problem, or the actual anime or TV show or movie or video game, right? In this case, it was slavery, right? It was slavery, and there was an episode in The Shield Hero where, like, the main character, he gets a slave, and the slave is a demi-human. So it's like you know those anime characters with the ears, like with the rabbit ears or bunny ears or kind of like panda ears or something like that, right? That's what they were doing, right? And the slave was called, what's it called? Raftalia, a raccoon girl, and now Fumi buys her without hesitation, right? So the guy... And just like that, the Twitter crowd decided to claim the anime promotes and supports slavery, right? Although it was part of the story, and he just happened to buy a slave, and it has absolutely nothing to do with slavery in the real world. And the funny thing is, what these people don't understand is that this story, the writer of this story is in Japan, and in Japan there's no history of slavery like in America or in the West or in Africa or in South America. So when these Japanese writers, when they write something about slavery, it's just a tool for the story. The same, just like politics, right? It's just a tool for the story to carry on the story, right? It has absolutely nothing to do historically. But here in the West, they project their own like insecurities onto the anime and say, oh well, it's promoting slavery. So it says this coming from people who don't or can't even grasp what that actually means. Right? So I'm just wondering, since season two of Rising of the Shield Hero is underway, I'm wondering how controversial is the anime going to be, you know, once again. So the anime, the season 2 is going to be out in April 2022. I believe it's coming to Netflix or Crunchyroll. I forgot which platform it's going to be in. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below. Tell me what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Andy Matrix. Godspeed.